Well guys, by the time this video goes out, y'all will have hopefully seen the other mountain bike video that I filmed prior, where I introduced the bike, the Norco Optic C7.1, and took it for a small ride on some simple trails that happened to be quite muddy and wet and such. And the most important thing about that video is that was when the bike was on its old set of tires. Now, that was when it was on a set of Continentals, and I believe it had a Mountain King in the back and a Der Baron in the front, and it was, I believe, 2.3 in the back, 2.4 in the front in terms of width. Obviously, they're 27.5 tires in terms of actual, like, you know, tire size and wheel size. Now, what I have on the bike at the moment, after getting it back from the shop, is I have a 2.5 wide Maxxis Assegai in the front and a 2.3 Maxxis Aggressor in the back. So it's definitely set up to be grippier in the front, and basically thus for being able to rotate the rear end a little bit easier. And now we're taking it back out again for the first time after having the new tires put on it. We're gonna go explore, we're gonna see what kind of trails we can find. Hopefully we find some fun stuff. And as usual, the bike is right behind me. Like, it's literally right behind me in the back. Now, I will say that I've been doing a bunch of research into mounting solutions for the BRZ, and I think I found the one that'll work for me and the one that really suits what I'm wanting to do with the bike. And so hopefully I'll be getting that ordered soon, and once that comes in, I'll be able to show it to you guys. We're gonna go ahead and get out to the trails, and then we're gonna put the bike back together, and which really just entails putting the front wheel on, and we'll see how it goes. Guess who was wearing shorts that didn't have zippable pockets and had to go all the way back home to grab the right shorts to come back out here? All right, drop her all the way down. Should probably have it up, but just get warmed up. So excited to break in these new tires. I don't think anybody's coming, so now's as good a time as any to head that way. I think I'm in top gear already. No, I'm not. There should be a pretty decent trail if I go right, follow the gravel road, and then dip off again to the right. Well, I picked a random climb. I have no idea where I'm going, but I'm gonna figure it out. And hopefully I'll find a trail marker sign at some point soon. Actually, there's actually one up there. I didn't plan that at all. That's really funny. I didn't plan that at all. Wow. 479E. What does this say? Let's see. Oh, let's see. Well, crap. I don't know where either one of those goes. Well, I've been climbing for a little bit now. I don't know where I am, but it appears that this ends. What is that? Oh, that's Inglesfield Connector. And then that just goes back down. Real quick, I did want to address the camera position with you guys, because as you can tell, the GoPro is pointing a little bit downwards, and what I didn't realize was I had it up a little bit higher at the beginning, but as I got further and further down the trail and ended up hopping and jumping more as I ended up going down, and also going through some of these slightly more uneven, rocky sections, basically what was happening was it was loosening the GoPro and continuing to point it further down. I tried to correct it a little bit later on in the video, but I just wanted to go ahead and make you guys aware of the fact that next time I do a recording like this, I will make it a point to make sure the camera is not only facing up higher, but is tightened down a lot better. Whew. This guy in front of me was actually really cool to follow throughout this downhill ride because literally his bike could not have been more differently set up than mine, which mine was a full suspension and his was a hardtail on fat tires, which was so cool to see though because literally this guy was ripping, absolutely just ripping down the trail on that thing. This upcoming section was probably one of my favorite sections of the entire trail and one of my favorite sections of this ride. And actually, since filming this video, I've been back to this trail several times because I just really enjoy, especially the lower section of it. And the reason why I seem to enjoy the lower section so much is because there are some really interesting, you would almost call them natural features, like natural berms and natural, like, rocky sections that there are so many different line choices you can take that you really can have a pretty much a different ride every time you go through it. Now, the next trail that we went down, I did skip the first portion of it because I recorded it, but it didn't really seem to be all that interesting on the footage. It was really fun going down the trail itself, but then again, when I watched the footage back, it wasn't quite as exciting as it felt in person, so I decided to leave those parts out, but the end here was actually properly fun. Well, we just got back down, and as you can tell, I'm, like, covered in sweat, but, like, it was completely worth it because the circuit we did was, like, it was incredible. It might not be, like, the most ridiculous trail or the most ridiculous circuit in the world to some people, but that was so much fun. And I was super lucky to run into, like, a group of really, really fun riders that ended up just, like, I was able to follow their group, like, all the way down the rest of the mountain. It was really, really fun. And, like, being able to follow, like, a group of other people that have actually been here before was super nice because I actually got to see not only where the lines were, but, like, actually got to figure out some really cool routes that I had no idea about before. So, like, not the ride I was expecting to have, but, like, I'm so happy I had it. We got the bike all torn down and loaded up, And once again, I promise this whole carrying it in the back thing is very temporary. I have a solution that should be in the works very, very soon. But dude, like, it was such a cool little route we did. I mean, I took basically like a service road up, and then the Inglesfield connector as a climb, and then Inglesfield Gap down, and I cannot remember offhand the name of the downhill trail that we connected to after Inglesfield Gap, and then connected to another green trail at the bottom, then rode back to the parking lot, and then I turned around and came back up the road to where my car was parked right here. So super fun time, and like, I can't even believe that you can get that much of a ride in relatively such a short amount of time. Like, it was such a fun ride. It wasn't like, so that's the thing, it's like, it wasn't like ultra difficult. It was just like really, really fun. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if I know this is a little bit different than like anything I've ever done before on the channel, but if you enjoyed, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Let me know in the comments below, like, the riding mistakes I'm making. I would love to know. And with that being said, hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Talk to you guys later.